Well, as a project manager, you might ask, why would I buy this book? Or as a corporate executive, you could be asking, why would I buy Blue Sky Project Management? I think if anybody is tired of seeing their projects fail, which projects have a historically high rate of failure, 9 out of 10 IT projects typically fail, you're going to want to buy this book. This is a new approach to project management. It kind of takes the traditional complex bureaucratic style of getting things done, and it streamlines it into a more sophisticated approach that takes into account the politics involved with projects, the communication requirements of project managers, and just the general understanding of what it takes to bring innovation to market. I decided to write Blue Sky Project Management because the normal methodologies of traditional project management were not sufficient to bring innovation to market. Any of you that have ever read the PMBOK can understand the issues that are in that book in terms of its complexity and some would argue overly bureaucratic ways of managing projects. So Blue Sky Project Management takes a different tack. It's a very simplistic approach. It focuses on managing knowledge, managing the learning cycle process, as opposed to focusing in on schedule, scope, and budget. Although the triple constraint is still a major aspect of Blue Sky Project Management, the emphasis is more on time to market as it relates to the learning cycle. So I think the new approach definitely will help innovation companies, research and development organizations, any company that has an idea that hasn't been produced in the past will benefit from this methodology. Well, there's really 3 types of companies that you can look at in the global economy now. There's early 20th century companies, there's late 20th century companies, and then there's early 21st century companies, which are the companies that will most benefit from Blue Sky Project Management. So let's look at early 20th century companies, for example. These are manufacturing-centric companies. A lot of them are now being relocated in low-cost countries such as China, and they're manufacturing-centric. And so different management techniques such as Six Sigma, lean manufacturing, operations management make a lot of sense for these types of companies. Now, late 20th century companies are more product-centric. These are the companies that would focus on portfolio management, product lifecycle management, and those techniques work well and have worked well over a long period of time. But what's missing in the marketplace is a methodology for 21st century companies, and these are knowledge-centric companies, typically made up of knowledge workers that bring ideas to market. And so the kinds of things that these companies are going to want to focus on are risk management, knowledge management, and project management. Blending these 3 elements together is what Blue Sky Project Management is all about. Well, there's 3 primary characteristics that define a 21st century company. 21st century companies are focused on customization, they're focused on speed to market, and they're also focused on viral marketing. Now, these 3 aspects are covered in Blue Sky Project Management. But let's take speed to market, for example. When you use traditional project management methodologies, most companies that use those focus in on managing the task that make up the project, and they try to squeeze in as much activity as they can within the given time frame. So if you've ever been exposed to phase gate development milestones, you see that those milestones are arbitrarily set based on time frames, and then the activities fill the void to make the project successful. So what you end up with is kind of, you could call it self-fulfilling prophecy. Projects end up taking as long as you initially think they'll take, and sometimes longer. So Blue Sky Project Management takes a different tack. It focuses in on measuring time to market and improving time to market by paying close attention to the cycles of learning and the rate of learning. So there's two aspects to that. There's how fast are the innovators learning new information that's going to bring the product or service to market, and then how many of these learning cycles, so the number of cycles of learning, how many of these can they actually fit in within an allotted time period. So what you end up with are milestones along the project that are related to the level of learning, and the project manager is able to identify those learning opportunities that fall along the critical path and then make sure that everything is optimized. It's a new way of looking at project management, one that I think is very effective and one that I've seen demonstrated in research and development companies as an effective way to get ideas to market. Traditional project management is too complex, overly bureaucratic, and it doesn't address bringing innovation to market. So Blue Sky Project Management takes a different perspective on that. It simplifies the process down into natural steps that every project manager will go through. It's the kind of process that not only project managers can understand, but executives in a company can see how the value is added to their enterprises by allowing them to convert ideas into dollars. So that's the real crux of the Blue Sky Project Management methodology, is bringing ideas out of the minds of your knowledge workers and then bringing them to market as quickly and successfully as possible. Anybody who's read some of the literature on traditional project management understands the complexity and the bureaucracy that is out there, and most project managers in their companies today are forced to sell the concept of project management across the enterprise, as opposed to the enterprise asking for it and seeing the value of it. So Blue Sky Project Management turns that upside down, and it enables the executives to see the value and to actually request project management as part of their toolkit, if you will, to bring innovation to market. What's different in the 21st century is that projects now focus on speed to market. So schedule is king of the triple constraints. 20th century companies tend to focus on budget, cost reduction activities, and they end up sometimes missing their target window of opportunity in the marketplace because they're so focused on having the lowest cost product or service. Blue Sky Project Management changes that emphasis. It changes the emphasis to a focus on speed to market, because research has shown that companies that can get their products and services to market first can take advantage of first mover price premiums and capture market share ahead of their competition. It boils down to the fact that with innovation, if you're not first to market, you're last.